Good afternoon, Jayhawks, and thank you for joining us on this incredibly special and exciting day for our university, this campus, our athletic department, and our football program. Today's Gateway District announcement is the culmination of the tremendous vision and the hard work of so many Jayhawks who care so deeply for our institution, its students, our teams, and our fans.
We all knew we had to do this project years and years and years and years back. Me as an alum working at different places across the country had followed enough to know, of course, we've got to get this project done and we've got to get it right. As I got involved in the search, and then certainly the day in which I was offered the job and offered the opportunity to come back home, it was something that every single day I thought about. And early on, I mean, literally out of the gates, was having conversations with Chancellor Girard and with our team in athletics. Where have we been? What had we previously looked at? You know, I'd paid enough attention to see some renderings and stuff that had come out some years ago, but I really wanted to better understand what the process had looked like in the past. And then, of course, how were we going to bring that to life in this new version?
I think every project gets a little faster, but this one's unprecedented of how quickly decisions needed to be made. But when we started the project, Travis Goff, even when we first got hired, said, this is not an if project, this is a yes project. And it told me right then and there that it was, the team was in.
The alignment here at Kansas is special. From the day upon arrival to have a chance, and even through the interview process with Travis Goff and Chancellor Girard, I knew we had a chance to be successful based on their willingness to listen, the dialogue in between, the belief of what this program could do. And then really, once we've had a chance to have some success and to make sure we kept moving forward in the vision, and not only for our football program, but this project and what it became and what it's going to do for our university, our community, and really the state of Kansas.
I think what you have to remember is this is transformational for the university. It's also transformational for the community, including the construction community. Right now we are sitting at 150 different tradespeople out there, different workers that are out there, and at the peak we're predicting we'll have 600 different people on the site. So that's 600 different people that are coming here to work on this stadium, 600 different families that are impacted, 600 different just interactions and hands on the job. And then that goes into a bunch of companies that are around this area, around the nation, that are working on this project.
This is a once-in-a-generation project. This will enhance our lives, our children's, our grandkids, all because of the buy-in and the excitement this project generates. We all win by having a successful community and project that the University of Kansas and the athletic department is now providing.
Lawrence is a special place, and this idea that Lawrence and its uniqueness and what's made it such a great community for so long, and then this intersection of a really progressive, ambitious vision for a district, at times they can kind of run counter to each other. So I think it's really been exciting to see the community embrace it.
This project's talked about nationally, and college athletics is at an all-time high, and people are talking about what it's doing, but people are going to come in. We're going to have some of the, I think just taking in games in the venue and things of excitement are going to bring more traffic flow.
Everyone to a person realizes the importance of this project as both a KU impact story, but a community impact story as well. It's not only about the student body that's here now, but it's about alumni. It's about everything that being a fan of the University of Kansas, everything it touches. This is a signature part. We're beyond basketball at this point, right? And it's taking the energy that's always been latent in the football program and really bringing it to light.
We know one thing, that if we can get people onto campus, they fall in love with our campus. It's an opportunity to create a unique destination, at this site to really attract other people to our community. If we can get them here and they experience the beauty that we have, then they're more likely to come back, or they're more likely to stay, or come to work here, or go to school here. And all of that is strategies for growth that will help our community.
Grab the hand railings. Grab the hand railings.
The most important thing is our student athletes, and to make sure that we can try to keep as much normalcy of day-to-day operation as possible. A small blessing in disguise was last year's renovations, in which we started in the Anderson Family Football Complex in the locker room and weight room. Our players were inconvenienced last spring as well, but they were really after spring practice through the summer, but they were able to see the results.
One of the most important things before even collaborations, what I felt like this particular project has is just a vision from the university and the support from the chancellor's office that was in alignment with the athletic department. And that was really important in making sure that this could actually get done.
It is so rare as a sports and entertainment architecture firm to get to work in your own backyard. And that brings an extra level of passion and pressure, you know, whether it's from family or friends or your fellow alumni. Like, this is our home for a lot of our team. And so the research that we're often doing, it's already done. We know our backyard, and we're just excited to implement a lot of what we already know to be the culture in place that is Lawrence, University of Kansas, and the broader region.
You know, putting together a team to do a construction project is, it's really critical to build that chemistry and get the right people together, not unlike Coach Leipold with his football team, you know, and you get the right chemistry and the right people, and they're all going in the same direction, and amazing things can happen.
No timeouts. Here we go. Dylan Gabriel. Heat got there. His throw to the end zone. Incomplete. A generational win for Kansas. Finally toppling Oklahoma.
The one thing I've learned, I think, through the experiences of many years now in college football, it's about fits. It's about being happy where you're at, not just in the program and coaching, you know, college athletes and wins and losses. It's finding the right fit day to day, and in the changing landscape of college athletics, even can cement the feeling of being here, because we have the opportunities with projects like this and other things that we're going to need to continue, that we can be highly competitive.
If you look back to entering the fall of 2022, that would have been Lance and company's second season, and we enter that fall, and obviously the team gets off to this incredible start, has ignited the country, and this amazing story. But we were on the cusp of really being able to announce that we were going to move the project forward. And here comes this ESPN Game Day announcement. And I look back that week, ESPN Game Day's coming to town, TCU, two nationally ranked teams. And the institution, all of us, again, with the chancellor at the helm, had to decide, were we ready to make this announcement? Were we ready to tell all Jayhawks and all of college sports and the country that we were going to take on a project of this magnitude? And I'm so proud of looking back on that week that we all locked arm in arm and we said, you know what, this is the new version of KU, this is the ambition, and this is the vision.
From rock bottom to soaring with winners. Click your heels together 3 times, storm the field twice, say there's no place like home, and game day will come to Kansas.
I think it boils down to, most fundamentally, it's a respect for place. Let's not lose sight of the fact that this is a memorial stadium. It's been added onto a number of times, but it was really in honoring the fallen soldiers of World War I that were here, why it was placed. And so we've never lost sight of that fact, despite the fact that this is going to be a new and modern stadium. But being honorific to the past, but with a face towards the future, has been super important.
There's not a lot of venues that have this relationship between a hill that is kind of historic, and there's a big tradition about, graduates descending down through the Campanile.
The horizon of the hill has always kind of mattered to us, right? You think about Fraser Hall, and you think about the flags flying. Of course, you have Campanile. You have these beautiful architectural statements about what KU means to people that tugs at the heartstrings.
There's no question there's trends in sports and entertainment where a venue will be built and you'll see mixed-use development around it, right? To encourage this sort of experience of coming early and staying late and really making it a wider and more diverse and longer experience. But what's unique here is that you're physically combining a training facility and a conference center, and what that does is it brings value, as well as a better experience. So a club that's also a training table for athletes, a club that can be used as a part of a conferencing center, a loading dock that can be used by everybody, and that's inherently sustainable.
We have an overall schedule. We need to be ready to go by August of 25. For that 25 season, we're going to be putting stands and donors, and the student athletes are going to be playing on this field. And to get there, we have a lot of different milestones we have to meet, and you have to hit every one of these intermediate milestones to make the big milestone. Our big milestones we're trying to hit is the steel going up and the structure. We need to have that completed by the end of summer, by the end of August. And then we want to start working towards the enclosures, and we're going to have different enclosures, and it means enclosing the building, getting the space ready for interiors. And the enclosures are going to happen, and by basically Halloween, we're going to start to have these buildings enclosed, and we're going to start to work on the interiors of the building. And those are the big milestones we have to hit to make sure we hit that August date.
We are already reaping the benefits. When you look for the next 20, 30 years, I've seen estimates at $2.5 billion, which is a billion-dollar impact from either direct spending, added on indirect spending, and induced spending. When we look at the KU football program and the Gateway Project, it's not just limited to 11th and Mississippi. It goes many, many miles beyond the University of Kansas.
Our ultimate goal is to help the university, and in this case, the entire university, but athletics and Lance and the football program, come up with something that really propels them into the future.
It's hard to believe that it was less than 2 years ago that we announced this project. But this clearly has taken a village to get to this point. Wouldn't have been possible without everybody working together to bring us here today.
And we're here today because of the tremendous Jayhawks that have partnered with us in this project, many who are here today. We would not be here without you, and we're grateful for your support.
Where we've been has mattered, what we've achieved so far has mattered, but what matters a lot more is where we're going. And so we're so thankful for everybody's hand in bringing us to this really important moment, and to our donors, those that have aligned with this incredible vision, this is remarkably ambitious vision. Here we are having this chance to pause and celebrate.
This day is about topping out. It's about the last beam we're going to put in place. We've put 6,500 pieces of steel in this stadium so far. I'm most excited that everybody got to sign that. So everybody, all the stakeholders, all the workers, everybody here got to sign that beam, and we're going to put it in place, and it's going to stay there. So you're a permanent fixture of this stadium.
And to all of you, no matter what your role is in this, you've made a difference. You've made a difference in Kansas football, Kansas athletics, and the state of Kansas. And I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we're not done yet, just like the stadium's not done. We have some things to do, and we're continuing to be a work in progress. But like it was said by them, we're going to leave it better than we found it, and it's because of all of you. To our donors, thank you for your trust and your belief. And I know that just like this stadium will be something else to be held, I know our program will be for many years to come. And for all of you, again, thank you very much. Rock Chalk.